yeah, so, and as I say, it does dull down a lot, but then when this dizziness came back today, I
Yeah.
was just, so I can't stand, can't walk, because as soon as I start walking, the pain really grits, and I'm like hobbling back to lie down quick
Yeah.
again, and then when the dizziness, I thought, oh, okay, well, if this is how it has to be, just surrender, just keep surrendering. It's okay, it'll pass, all that.
Yeah.
Uh, but I don't know. I just wondered if you'd got any words.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing that's interesting about the dizziness is that's part of what came with my awakening. That
I
my
remember you
awakening
said,
came.
yeah,
I mean, I have it a lot. I mean, I've had really bad vertigo in my life. When I was on retreat in the summer,
right.
I got some kind of sinus infection or something happened, but it made it really bad. And I remember one day I was on the toilet and I blew my nose and it made my ears pop and I fell off the toilet. I
Oh,
couldn't even get.
oh bless.
It was so no, unless you've ever experienced
Oh
really severe
no.
vertigo, you don't understand what it's like. And then I
Yeah,
couldn't work
no.
out how to get up. Like I was just laid there and I was like,
Which way's
yeah.
up?
And then
Yeah,
it was
that's
like
how it makes you feel.
I was just about to give a talk, so then I sort of had to crawl up
Oh,
the stairs to find the
oh
talk
bless
room to
you.
get
Oh
to my seat.
gosh.
And
Did
when
it last?
it lasted the whole
Did,
retreat, actually, it got.
did it?
I think it got a bit better. I think it got worse and then it got better. But
Right.
but people often don't know what vertigo really is. But I have
No.
it. I mean, in my life, like I'm often assessing situations to, is this going to make me too dizzy?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
happened. It
exactly. Yeah.
happened when I had that awakening in Bali. I'd
Right.
already always had it my whole life, but it's like it totally ungrounded my sense of where my
Yeah.
position was, and it's
Right.
something that's been going on for years now, and
Yeah.
it seems to be working its way out. It doesn't seem to be getting better.
Right.
It seems that, like in a way, yeah, because I feel like what happened was I always had a center, and then that center broke, and then it's like for the last 6 or 7 years, however long it's been, the the energy can never find a center again, and so
Yeah.
in all new situations, and if things are moving really quickly around me, I just can't get grounded as such. Like I
Yeah.
can't find, so movement is confusing a little bit for me. I remember in Bali, after it happened, the first time I went to cross a road, I was stood there for so long. Eventually, a security guard from one of the hotels came and
Oh,
helped me because I couldn't
oh
work out the
bless.
distance. And when you really know vertigo, you understand what that's
Yeah. Oh
like.
God,
I
yes.
couldn't
Yeah,
get
absolutely.
distance, and I just looked at it, and I think that everybody has different side effects to this. But I
Yeah.
reckon that this is most probably also encouraged by your awakening. There is most probably something wrong with your ears. Like I was prone to
Yeah.
vertigo throughout my life, but but the awakening has all these different effects, and it's most probably exacerbating it as well. Because the more you
Yeah.
let go of ideas, and the more that you let go of what you are and what you believe in, then the bigger
Yeah.
you become,
Yeah.
the bigger and bigger
Yeah.
you become, and so therefore your sense of gravity changes as well, because you
Yeah.
you energetically are expanding outwards the more and more you go into this subject. Even though what also happens as you expand outwards is when your suffering comes, it's worse because the suffering is trying to bring you back in again
Yeah.
and pull
That's
you
what it's
back
felt
in.
like. The
And
pain has felt so concentrated
yeah,
in the contraction has felt so strong, and that's why I've been trying to let it go. It, obviously, who's going to let it go? But I have that sense of, like
yeah,
you always say now, just have the sense of
yeah,
it, and but when it's so acute and
yeah,
so strong, that pain, and I know, and you see, I know my mind's trying to grasp onto any little thing that you experience, which but it is just helpful to
yeah,
just sort of know that there was something like this that happened, there
yeah,
in the story, if you know what I mean.
yeah,
But I was thinking, I don't know, I've never and it, I've never experienced pain like that, and so in some ways I'm grateful because it's really humbled me.
yeah,
I mean, like I can't tell you. I mean, before, yeah, I've had headaches and pain. I had shingles once, which is a nerve pain, and obviously I've had 2 children, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But pain like this that you just can't get away from and can't sleep because of, and that no
Yeah.
painkillers touch,
Yeah.
it's made me so, compassionate to
Yeah. To people pain.
every single
Yeah.
person, that would have gone
Yeah.
through anything like this.
I know my
So,
mum gets it, and she can't take pain medication because she has stomach problems.
oh, crikey, yeah, it is. It's agony, and it's so hard.
What have you done to try and relieve it? Have you been to any therapies?
Yeah, I've been chiropractor 3 times now, and what I've had acupuncture, which did help a little bit in the way. So I'm hoping to go back for some more of that. What else? I mean, hot water bottle, to be honest, that's about the best thing, and just sort of keep resting it. Paul's bought me this, bless him, this inverter, that tips you upside down, that releases obviously all the joints and everything. But I can't go on it because,
It's too much pain.
the worst thing, well, yes, to start with, but now this vertigo's come back. I mean,
Yeah.
I can't, it's really hard even getting up from laying, and mine getting up from upside down. I just can't even stand the thought of it at the moment. So that's just in the front room, or just going to gather dust, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've been sort of trying, and I just keep taking pain. I keep taking a sleeping pill every night just to get some sleep. Which I know is not good. And this is so funny because I was always, natural therapist, always completely, not exactly against, but would prefer not to take paracetamol, ibuprofen, sleep. And I take them all now. I'm taking everything. I'm taking everything just to be able to sleep at
Yeah.
night. It's like, yeah, Paul has to hide the packet from me. Because it's just like, give me them pills. But yeah, I mean, sorry, guys and girls who are
That's okay.
listening.
So what do you feel now? What's going on in your body? You've got the pain in your... So where does the pain go? Down your leg and up your
It
back?
goes down my leg.
Just
Yeah,
now.
it's no, not up the back. It's just down the
Yeah.
leg. And I know obviously it's energetic. I mean, everything's energy.
Yeah.
I know
And it's
enough
all
about this.
related,
It's all
ultimately.
related, and it's just I've been trying to go like into it, but that was just too painful to go into. I just couldn't do it. It was just too much of a wimp. And I know I could feel my body trying to claw out of it, almost like. In fact, it was the last time I went to Tony's. I went with a friend who's listening. Hello, hi Judy. She's just told me she's listening to Tony Parsons, and I was sat there in the, just listening. It was so beautiful, and all of a sudden I felt like I was Gollum, and I was trying to get out of my own body, and I was really clawing my way out, but I was being like pulled back in, and I just could not get out. And that's what the me, I think, is always.
Yeah.
I know this me here, definitely, probably all of us,
Yeah.
is trying to do is trying to claw its way out of itself.
Yeah.
And with this pain, I just haven't been able to
Do it.
do that. I've just had to just stay with it.
Yeah.
But I'm not in pain at the moment. It's lovely actually. I'm lying on my bed and looking at your beautiful face, and it's just lovely.
And so what do you feel in the rest of your body? Like if you check into the rest of your body?
To be honest, I feel really content. I feel
Yes.
like a bit emotional, but I feel really content.
And can you feel this
Just
sense of aliveness? And it's not you that feels it, it's your essence, it's all there is. But like I have to speak in language, this sense of presence.
yeah, all the time. Well, not all the time, because especially when the pain comes or I'm busy doing it, but I get a sense of that most of the time now.
Yeah, nice.
And it is so beautiful,
Yeah.
and it's
And no matter what happens in this lifetime and all the suffering and all the pain we go through and all the upset, that presence has never moved and never suffered anything. It's timeless to that presence. That time appears in its dream, but to that presence it never moved and it never had 20 years of suffering. And that's actually who's bearing the weight of that agony. But it's just that it goes through that person that interprets it, which is a huge thing. That feels very personal when it comes.
Yeah.
And so when you have those moments, just letting that come forward, even in and out, and don't in and out of the agony, and then the presence, and don't even judge it of when you're going to get there, or how long it's going to take, or how many more times do you have to surrender. Just tasting it when you can. reality.
Yeah.
That's who you are, and it's not even you that tastes it. It's the other way around. The you disappears, and then there it is shining forwards. But I'm just being more relaxed in my language now.
Yeah. Yeah, I really do say I, but there's a real sense of that now.
That sense of being that's not personal at all. It doesn't belong to you. You belong to it.
Yeah. And it is that, even like when I wake up in the morning and there's no pain at all. And then all of a sudden, like, the mind comes in and says, "Oh, there's no pain," and then the pain comes. It's so funny. I mean, and I have to laugh about it because I'd cry. But it's been a real grounding. Oh, I don't know. Can't find the words, but
Yeah, humbling. I can imagine.
very humbling
Yeah.
in the sense of what, this body. And I know it's like, well, I don't know anything anymore, to be honest, but it's like I remember you saying, or someone said, about it can be just the body's karma,
Yeah.
just what the body is going through.
Yeah.
And if this is my way home, then, I've said it
Yeah.
probably hundreds of times. Not that words really mean anything, but it's almost like, bring it on.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever it takes this lifetime. I've said it to you, I think. I've just, the passion is so strong
Yeah.
for this now that I don't care anymore, whatever. But I didn't know if it is bloody painful. It's like, bring it on, but don't make it hurt too much. And I was like, okay. I did put on your chat, actually. You probably didn't see it because there's loads of people on. I just said, stop the ride. I want to get off. But I know I can't get off the passion. It's too strong. And this is so beautiful, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for having you there to be able to reflect it, at me. I think of you and I imagine you, and I sort of have that sense of of, of you, and I don't know how this is sounding, but of your the energy, which I know is my energy,
Yeah.
and that's what I love,
Yeah.
about listening to you, because and I know there's a
And
way through
it
this.
really is. Whenever you love or you feel that innocence with anyone, it's that you're opening up and seeing it, and it really is you and your energy. Because if you're tightly contracted, you would see me as negative as well. You'd see everything in that colour. But I'm just so lucky that I get to represent that. It's like I get to be the banner person for that. That's such a beautiful job.
That sunshine.
Yeah, but it really is. Because if you were in a dark cloud and you're looking through a dark cloud, then everything becomes a dark cloud. So it must be that energy clears, and then it just so happens that this body represents that to you. And I'm sure that young kids do, or animals do as well. When your grandchildren do something, your heart just opens. You see that innocence.
Absolutely.
And that's all anyone's ever looked for, is that innocence. And you've always had it. It's just that you've gone into a story of someone that didn't have it, because that's the way life's formed. You've always had that innocence.
Yeah, absolutely. And even now, it's just lying here and talking to you, not in pain. It's really hard. The mind can't even imagine, and I don't even want to, the last few weeks even. Everything has just gone now. Everything's just gone. It's so obvious, absolutely obvious, how the fleetingness of everything that is just appearing and then disappearing, appearing, disappearing. It's more and more obvious all the time, and every day. And just like, because I've had to just lie and do nothing really, literally, for all of this, and it's just been an amazing.
Can you watch TV?
Experience? Oh yeah.
Watch
Westworld.
I can watch that. Watch Westworld. You have to pay for it, because I don't think it's free anywhere, but you have to.
I'll have a look.
You have to, because you'll watch it again and again. It's amazing. It's
thanks. Okay.
Like, you might have to push yourself through a bit at the beginning, because some of it's a little a lot to take in, but
so you just get it off iTunes?
I bought it off iTunes. Yeah.
You buy it off iTunes?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You can also rent it, I think. No, I don't think you can. I bought it.
Right.
The whole
it's not on Netflix or anything?
I don't think so. It's been like one of the most popular shows on HBO, and I just don't think that they've released it on any of Netflix or Amazon or anything.
But obviously worth watching. Yeah. I like
if you've got this thought, you'll just be so immersed in it. Amazing,
Right.
amazing.
Brilliant, brilliant. Because I think this is, because I know all this is just story, and I know that this is all about awakening, because what else could it be?
Yeah,
And so if this is well, it obviously is my way, my path, and because of the passion I've had for it seemingly in the story forever, then, that's then okay. I just think, okay, this is how it has to be. So
yeah.
anyway, if there's like you say, TV program, anything. I can't read anymore. Can't, all I can do is really listen to you and a few others like you. That's all I can do really when I'm on my own. Or watch that. Mind you, I've watched a good series lately. My mom's been with me, so I've been
What
watching a few good
what one's that?
old-fashioned series. Oh, they're only stories, but they've been brilliant. What's it called? Last Tango in Halifax. And my mum loved it because it's all about an older couple who fall in love.
Oh, yeah.
They fell in love when they were young, and then they fall in love later in life. But it's so well written for anyone who wants to get into a good series. Last Tango in Halifax, and there was 4 series with 6 episodes in, so it's lasted us all over Christmas. It's been really
Yeah.
good. It's English little
Oh, nice.
story, but there's nothing about awakening, although it would send any of them to this path. I think the things that they went through, but it was very, very good. So that
Oh,
was
nice.
good.
And what
But
was it called?
Westworld, Last Tango in
Okay.
Halifax. My mum really loved it, and I enjoyed watching it with her. So it was lovely to hear her laughing, because
Yeah.
I'm very close to my mum, like you are yours, and she's so sweet. She's been wonderful while I've been like this, and I felt so, she's cried when
It
I've
would be
cried and
interesting to
laughed when I've
it would be
laughed.
interesting to do some work on that annoyance that you've been feeling. It's maybe not appropriate now, but that would be interesting to look at that, about the
Yeah, I
annoyance
love
that you've
to.
been feeling towards your mum.
I know, yeah, because I know logically there's nothing. I mean, she's so sweet. She does anything and everything for me that I could ever want of anyone, But there's been this real. I don't know if it's because we're so close that this real come up, that a real getting on the nerves
Yeah,
sort of
yeah.
thing, and that's what I'm just thinking. Well, this is obviously my punishment now. If I believed in anything like that anymore, which I don't.
No.
But
But
it's
there's
just
something that we can work out
ironic.
because it's not coming from nowhere. It's like there's something in your body which, more than likely, because of the awakening process, you're getting more and more real to yourself. And there's a
Oh,
layer of where you've
definitely.
been untrue to her and you've been playing the nice person, and there's a layer of annoyance about that you've
Yeah,
been forced into that role. And so, we'd be
yeah,
interested to explore.
yeah. Because it has been, the thing of not wanting to go round and see her, or not wanting to do things for her. A real rebelliousness against
Yeah,
wanting to go. I mean, she's 92.
yeah.
It's pathetic. I don't.
No,
I
it's
haven't
not
wanted to go.
pathetic. It's really it's something that it's just like layers of thought processes on top, and it
Yeah,
comes from having played the nice person and having done that and been that role. And now what's happening is you're just becoming more honest with yourself, like more
I
true to
know.
yourself. And the more true, it's not that you're going to stop at being nasty or spiteful or angry with her or not wanting to do things for her, but this is just a layer of it that which you've been trying to avoid that's coming up now,
Yeah,
making you face it. And when it comes
yeah,
up, that feeling, you can look at what that feeling is, but don't
yeah. I
spend
have
too much.
tried. I did try, because obviously listening to you a lot, I've tried to go into it when it's been happening, and
Yeah,
it's nearly always angry with God.
yeah,
It's always that. I know you said that before, but I really felt it quite a few
yeah,
times. It's angry with God. Put the this separateness. It's
yeah,
always that, isn't it?
yeah.
I mean, I do know that, and obviously my mum represents that
Yeah, she was your
for me, I
first
suppose.
caretaker, your first
Yeah,
relationship that ever
yeah.
formed, more than likely, unless it was your father, but it's mostly the mother
Yeah,
you formed
yeah,
with.
and I think also, because I don't know if there's something in that this thing of, because when you are so close to someone, and if you're going through anything, I mean, not that anyone's doing it anyway, it's just happening, but because they love you so much, I'm wondering if that's how you can be so horrible, if you know what I mean, because they'll still love you. It's
Yeah,
like dogs.
yeah,
Dogs love you no matter
yeah,
what. If you don't feed them for,
yeah,
that sounds awful to, I don't mean it in that way, but
yeah,
it's because I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just this feeling of
yeah,
comes up sometimes that I just have to take her home.
yeah,
I've said, look, I've got to go home, Mama. I just don't feel very well. I've just got to go, and she doesn't realise that, and it it's really upsetting,
Yeah.
you know, because I don't want to feel like that. So yes, I would love to you know, when you, because obviously you're going to India soon, aren't you?
Yeah.
So that's when you
Tomorrow.
come back.
I go tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Oh look, I've taken up so much of your time. Sorry, guys and girls.
No.
I'll sign off. But
Oh, but nice to
Lisa,
speak with you, Dee.
thank
Yeah,
you. It's
sending you
lovely
lots
to
of love.
catch up with you.
Yeah.
Oh, loads of love, darling, and have a
Yeah.
fabulous trip.
Oh, thank